So, yeah, the ability to time travel, be in different places, be different people, and telepathy. Like, I've never experienced stuff like this ever before. Ever. This was the most psychedelic experience of my life. It made every other trip seem like a complete joke. Like, and in my 24 and some years of living in this body, in a specific time and a specific place, and being a specific person, like having the ability to not be one person or one time or one place was like, it was like I came home again. Like, it was so liberating. Like, I felt free. Like I got my first taste of freedom after being in prison for 24 years. Like, oh my God, like, it just, the profundity of this was absolutely unbelievable. And so after, like, I traveled to a lot of different times and places, and this video would be even longer than it already is if I went into detail. So I'll just skip forward to when, like, I got past the peak, and I realized that my bladder was filling up and I needed to use the washroom. And even though I say I was past the peak, I was still tripping really, really hard. It was difficult. So I went to the bathroom. It was difficult to get to the bathroom because it was hard to tell what exactly I was seeing, even like when I went out of the silent darkness. Um, so I went to the bathroom, and the toilet paper is like, and like, there was like, and I was just like, oh my God. Like, I didn't even know if I was holding the toilet paper because it was like, and and then I was sitting on the toilet and with the toilet paper in my hand, and then I like went like this and closed my eyes, and then when I closed my eyes, boom, I went to another place again. It was like I was in the silent darkness again. And I was in my friend A's washroom, well, her parents' house washroom, and the first time I used cannabis, I was like using her washroom and really high. And it felt like I went back to that time. And I contacted A telepathically, and I'm like, A, I'm tripping balls and I'm in your washroom. And A is like, Tina, like, what the heck? and and after like being like, hey, I'm in your washroom, like, oh my God. And then I like opened my eyes and snapped out of it. And the toilet paper was in my hand. It was like, and I was just like sitting on the toilet for I don't know how long because like I was tripping so hard. And I just all I could do was just sit on the toilet and watch. Like, but after I don't know how long, but I wiped myself, flushed the toilet, and I went out on the balcony, and I'm like, holy fuck, I am tripping so hard. And I was looking at Toronto's skyline, which was visible from the balcony to like ground me. I was looking at some of my favorite buildings, the CN Tower and the Aura. Those are my favorite ones. And and then like I would go like this, close my eyes, and then I would start time traveling again. Um, and then I opened my eyes and snapped out of it, and then like closed my eyes and was time tra and after like I don't know how long of that, um, and then went back to R's bedroom, and and I think and I think Sorry, I got distracted by my roommate asking my roommate for $3. But anyway, I'm not gonna edit this out. Okay, focus, Tina, focus. Okay, so I went back to R's bedroom and they seemed like we were all still tripping really hard, but they seemed a little more coherent and we were able to talk at this point. Before, we weren't talking, we were thinking at each other. Um, um, and I asked them later, and it turns out the conversation was one-sided. But still, like, whoa, because I've never experienced telepathy ever before. Um, and like we were like, extreme visuals tripping really hard, like, and I was like trying to talk about like everything. Oh, and another thing before I forget, while I was on the balcony, the mushroom told me that the singularity will happen in 2047. And what the singularity is that it's a technological discovery at the Large Hadron Collider where the observation of this discovery will allow everybody to have the abilities that like I had when I was tripping. Like the concept of being a specific person in a specific place in a specific time will, as we know it, will no longer exist because of this. And basically, kind of like Google the double slit experiment, but basically the concept is that the observation of this discovery is what sets it off. Um, and the mushroom told me that like it will be a long road ahead in my life, but to hang on tight till the singularity. Um, and then I don't know, the rest of the trip was like just regular tripping stuff where it was like intense visuals and like about the 3 gram dose range. So it was like past the peak and so I'm not gonna get into that because that was like extremely normal compared to like the peak. Um and um and then we and I don't know if I missed that. Well, obviously I missed a lot of stuff because this barely scrapes the iceberg of what happened. But yeah, so will I do it again? Absolutely. Um, I actually like in the days after felt a little strange because like being one person in one time in one place almost feels limiting. But I know that there will be another time I will eat mushrooms and I will be free again and blah blah blah. But yeah, this is completely life-changing experience. Um, it was the type of psychedelic experience that I wanted for a really long time. And I asked and I received. Um, And I think I will be doing more trip reports as they come. I actually might do trip reports for like past trips, from like maybe years ago and stuff, because I realize like I've been reading trip reports on like Erowid and stuff for since I was like 13 or 14. I just realized like I don't do them myself, and it's been like a decade, and now that I've actually got to do all this stuff, I can make trip reports. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed. And yeah, happy journeying, bon voyage. Mwah.